and Watford in the weekend. And if results go our way, like maybe Wolves are currently winning. Sheffield have just lost against Everton. If results go our way in these two games, we win both games with at least 4 or 5 goals, and then either Wolves or Sheffield or Tottenham drop points on the final day, we are into the top 7 or top 6. But if the Premier League doesn't work for us, we can still qualify to the European or Europa League qualification stage if we win the FA Cup. So again, just like last season, we still have 2 opportunities to qualify. Last season, we were trying to qualify for the Champions League, but we couldn't. But this season, we are trying to qualify for the Europa League. That shows you how far we've dropped again this season. So we have 2 opportunities, 2 ways to get into the Europa League. I hope we don't blow both of them like we did last season. So what do we need to know about Aston Villa? Aston Villa are currently 18th, 3 points behind Watford, who are in 17th. Watford are playing Man City on Tuesday, and that's a game I'm expecting them to lose. So if Aston Villa get 3 points against Arsenal, they will be like on almost the same goal difference because they're only 4 ahead of them, and I expect that to take a damage against City. So if Aston Villa win this game, they will be going to the final day with an opportunity to stay up. So this is a big game for them. It is not the best time to face 2 relegation candidates, Aston Villa and Watford. You're actually the team that is going to decide which team is going to be relegated. But yeah, right now we're on good form, good momentum, so we are really looking forward to this game. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the records between Aston Villa and Arsenal. The last 2 games we've played at Villa Park, the Wembley final we played against Aston Villa back in 2015, and also the meeting we had against them earlier this season. And at the end, I'm going to be taking a look at what my lineup would be for the game and my prediction for the game. So let's just get straight into it. Unlike the last 2 games I've previewed for Liverpool and City, we actually do have a good record against Aston Villa. In total, Villa have won 66 games. We've drawn 45, and Arsenal has won 83 of those games. Actually, the last time Aston Villa beat us at their place at Villa Park was back in December of 1998. The last 3 victories against Arsenal were all at the Emirates Stadium. That was in 2008. In 2011, that was our final home game that season, 2010-2011. They actually beat us, Darren Bent scoring 2 goals on that day. And on the opening day of 2013, I remember that game very well. I actually think that is the game that FTV fans completely lost their mind in. That was the most terrible day, actually, like opening the season and losing the opening game against Aston Villa. That was terrible. Arsenal have won all the last 7 meetings, including the FA Cup final in 2015. We've scored 23 goals and conceded 3 in the last 7 meetings in all competitions. The last 20 meetings in total, Arsenal have won 13. Aston Villa have won 3, and there have been 4 draws. The last draw was back in 2012 at Villa Park, 24th of November 2012. So that is the recent history you need to know for the fixture, the all-time record. And let me now take a look at the earlier fixture this season. So for the earlier meeting this season, it was still very early in the campaign, 22nd of September. Unai Emery was still manager, and we managed to win the game 3-2. Very, very good result for us because he had a red card for half of that game. Niles got a red card in the 41st minute. He fouled Neil Taylor of Aston Villa, and yeah, we got a red card in the 41st minute, and we had to come from behind, from 1-0 behind, to actually win this game. Pepe scored for us in the 59th minute. That was his first Premier League goal for Arsenal, yeah, and Aubameyang let him take the penalty. It was very risky at that time because he hadn't scored a Premier League goal, and we were 1-0 down with a red card. You'd expect Aubameyang to take it, but Pepe took it, converted it, made it 1-1, and then we lost concentration, obviously. The worst time to defend is the best time to actually concede a goal is after you score. That is the time that many teams actually concede goals. Immediately you score, you lose concentration, and you concede. Wesley scored for them in the 60th minute to make it 2-1 to them, but John McGinn had given them the lead in the 20th minute, so that was 2-1 now. And then Chambers came on to score in the 81st minute for us, and Aubameyang scored a magnificent free kick in the 84th minute to make it 3-2 to Arsenal. Stats from that game: we had 15 shots, they had 12. We had 7 on target, they actually had 9. That was that time every other team was having many shots against us. Watford, all those teams. 58% possession, 42 for them. We had 6 yellow cards, they only had 1. I'll actually talk about this situation at the end of the season. I think with the team, we are the team that has received most yellow cards this season, and that has to be worked on next season. Some more stats from the game. Arsenal's 3-2 win over Villa was only the 9th occasion in Premier League history a team has won a match after receiving a red card while losing. Arsenal's 3-2 win over Villa was only the 9th occasion in Premier League history a team has won a match after receiving a red card while losing. From those 9 occasions, 3 have been Arsenal. The other 2 times were against Derby in 1997. We came from behind while having a red card and won. And also against Bolton in 2008. I remember that game very well. That was the season we were supposed to win the title. But yeah, bad memories from that. Another stat was Arsenal won a game while trailing at halftime for the first time since December 2018 when you did it in the North London Derby against Spurs, winning 4-2 that time. And also Bukayo Saka became the 3rd youngest player on the day of his first Premier League start for Arsenal, with only Cesc Fabregas, who was 17 years old and 104 days at the time, and Theo Walcott, 17 years and 212 days, the youngest before him. So those are the only 2 people who've made the debut for Arsenal at a younger age than him. So yeah, another stat from the game again. Niles became the first player to receive multiple red cards in the competition in the same year since Koscielny did it in 2013. So 2 red cards in the same year in the same competition. Koscielny did it in 2013. Niles did it in 2019. He had also received a red card against Leicester at the end of the previous season. And Luis has actually done it this year. He received a red card against Chelsea and against Manchester City. So those 3 players have managed to receive 2 red cards, more than 2 red cards in 1 year in the same competition. So those are the stats you need to know from the game. Now let's take a look at the previous meeting, or the last time we traveled to Villa Park. The last time we traveled to Villa Park was in December of 2015. We won the game 2-0, Giroud converting an early penalty in the 8th minute and Ramsey scoring in the 38th minute. That was actually Giroud's 50th Premier League goal for Arsenal. He only did it in 113 games. And Cech also equaled David James' clean sheet record of 169 clean sheets in that game. So some good memories. The previous season, 2014-2015, we again traveled to Villa Park and won the game 3-0. We scored 3 goals in 192 seconds. Ozil scored his first away goal for Arsenal on that day. Danny Welbeck scored his first Arsenal goal on that day. And Sissoko scored an own goal for Aston Villa. So 3 goals in 192 seconds. That was some crazy stats. We always do that at least twice in a season, just scoring a bunch of goals in quick succession. Again, we also played them in the FA Cup of 2015, the final of the FA Cup 2015. We beat them 4-0. Walcott, Sanchez, Mertesacker, and Giroud with the goals. Tim Schaud was Aston Villa's coach. I always love beating him. That was our 12th FA Cup win. Of course, we are now heading to our 14th if we beat Chelsea in 2 weeks' time. The aggregate score in the 2014-2015 season was Arsenal 12, Aston Villa 0. Giroud, Ozil, Theo Walcott, Santi, Hector Bellerin scored in the home game of that season. Our biggest ever victory at Villa Park was a 7-1 victory in December 1935. And yeah, those are all the stats or recent meetings you need to know about. Some good records, some good memories. This is a game I expect us to win. So yeah, before I get into what my lineup would be, let me put on screen what our lineup was when we beat them 3-2 at the Emirates. In goal that day, we had Bernd Leno, Niles, Socrates, Luis, and Kolasinac at the back. Guendouzi and Xhaka played in the middle. Pepe was on the right. Ceballos was in behind Aubameyang, and Saka was on the left. That was his first start for Arsenal, as I've said. Ozil, Torreira, Chambers, Nelson, Willock, Martinez, and Martinelli were all on the bench. We had so many yellow cards on that day. Torreira came on. Chambers came on for Niles when he got that red card. Or Chambers came on basically to play at right back after Niles got that red card. Ceballos was replaced, Saka was replaced, and Xhaka was replaced. Torreira also came on, and Willock also came on. So that was our lineup on that day. I expect a lot of changes from that game. So let me put on screen now what our lineup would be for the game. In goal, obviously, we stick with Emi Martinez. As much as I would want Matt Messi to make at least one appearance before his contract expires at the end of the season. Martinez has been awesome since Leno's injury. Especially against City and Liverpool, he was brilliant. So he sticks in goal again. At the back, I'd make a few changes. Mustafi is injured, so obviously can't play this game. So I'd put Holding there. Mustafi was brilliant. He played like Maldini against City. Cedric would come on the right position for Bellerin. Holding Luis and Tierney in the middle. I'd keep Tierney and Luis, and I'd also bring on Kolasinac for Niles on the left. Niles was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but I need Kolasinac in this match far away from the defense at the left wing back, somewhere where he won't make a mistake, or when he makes a mistake we still have cover, because Niles got so many opportunities to get forward, but the crossing was a bit poor, so I expect Kolasinac to do better in that aspect. In the middle, Shaq and Ceballos again, Pepe, Saka and Aubameyang up front. On the bench, I'd have Matt Messi, Bellerin, Niles, Socrates, Willock, Torreira, Nelson, Lacazette, and Nketiah. Nketiah is back from his red card. That is some good news for us. So let me run through the team again. Martinez, Cedric on the right, Holding, Luis Tin in the middle, Kolasinac on the left, Xhaka, Ceballos as the midfield, Pepe on the right, Saka on the left, and Aubameyang up front. I really hope Aubameyang gets some goals. He needs that top scorer. He needs that golden boot. So my prediction for the game would be Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 3. Remember, a win for us would take us to 56 points heading to the final day. Now we'll be hoping Wolves lose to Chelsea or Tottenham drop some points. Really need that top 7 or top 6. Let's just hope. Let me know in the comment section what your lineup would be. Would you make any changes? Would you keep Bellerin? Would you keep Niles on the left? What your prediction is, of course, for the match. And yeah, the quiz is coming up almost a few hours after this preview, so look out for that. I'll also link it up in the YouTube card and in the description after I put it out. And yeah, thanks for watching again. Keep staying safe, and I'll talk to you later.